Hey friends, it's office day today. I don't know, you always see me like cute and out, so I thought it would be fun to just do a little office vlog and kind of show you like what does a typical day look like in my world when I'm not out doing appointments, because I have so many different videos. If you haven't watched my pink Cadillac vlog, I'm always driving around to parties and appointments and talking about, holding parties, Mary Kay business, direct selling, all the things. But today we're going to talk about the office. So you might be like, what on the earth are you wearing? So I have this, you guys are going to die. This is my wearable blanket. It's, what's the name of it? It's called a Comfy. Okay. Y'all, I live in Minnesota. It's literally snowing today. Okay. It's November 18th and it's snowing. It gets cold in my office. So when I have an office day, this is what I look like. I don't have makeup on. My hair's in a bun. And I know there's people of the camp like, oh, you should get ready every day. I don't disagree with that, but I also disagree with that. So I love, you guys, this is the truth. Days like today are my favorite. I call it my ugly day, meaning like, I don't think I'm actually ugly, but like, this ain't cute, right? But I'm going to spend today, I have a lot of things to kind of get done here in my office. So it's Tuesday. If you watched my last vlog, I'll actually link it in the description if you want to like check out, but I had a party Thursday, party Friday, and 2 on Saturday. So I'm still kind of like, reconciling everything from that. So yesterday I spent most of the day planning my meeting for my beauty consultants. We did a training about Cyber Week, like Black Friday, all that kind of stuff. So the majority of my energy went to that, but today is my day to get a lot of things done. So the first thing I always do is I always look in my Daybook, like, just first off, it's 8:45 in the morning. Okay. And I'm just getting into my office. I always get my daughter on the bus, and then my son gets on the bus like at 6 something in the morning. And then my daughter gets on the bus at 8 something. It's like crazy. So I spend a good chunk of my morning getting people on the bus, but now I'm in my office. And so the first thing I always like to do when I get in here is just, there's a lot going on my desk right now. We're going to talk about the mess that is my office in a second. But my priority is always looking in my Daybook and going, okay, what parties or things do I have that I haven't sent confirmation emails to, that maybe they haven't confirmed back. So I always send my hostesses like a Google form to confirm back. So like looking ahead, so I do have 2 parties at the end of this week. They've both reconfirmed, sent their addresses. So I just have to check in like on Thursday to see how many to get their totals. And then I do have 3 parties after Thanksgiving, like that weekend, but like that's Sunday in a row. And so making sure, it looks like I have all their info too, but like, let's look ahead to December. I have 1 party on the 6th that has not like confirmed back on my link and sent me the address. So I'm going to be messaging her again today. She's kind of busier, so there is that. And then I have a virtual party on the 5th that I have to, I got to get back with her. And then I have, look at this. Okay. So I do have a virtual on the 10th that I have not sent samples for. And I know that because when I send samples, I highlight and make a check mark in my Daybook. I know I'm like so old school. I love technology, but like there is something about like my handwriting in this situation. Also on December 12th, I wrote a girl's name. So this is a thing that I do sometimes. I have a girl that I'm back and forthing with who like said, hey, I want to book a party with you, but she hasn't given me a time. And so it's not really booked, but I put her name there just so I remember. So I have to reach out to this Maya to see like, hey, do you still want to book with me on the 12th? If not, like, if I don't hear from her, I'm just going to assume it's not booked. Yeah. So, I mean, this is why like the first thing in the morning, this is kind of my priority, like looking through my Daybook. What do I need to reconcile, if that's even the right word? And then, oh my gosh, my son's Christmas list is also in my Daybook for some reason. Let's see if there's anything entertaining on here for you to see. Okay, I don't know what your kids do, but mine just started like going on Amazon and being like, these are the things I want, but they write like, it says solely Huck's Boys Apricot Tree Color. So I'm sure he like found some shirt he liked on Amazon, and you know how it's like some weird name. I don't know. This is really funny. I already told him he wants Bombas white socks and he's 13. I'm like, you're not getting Bombas until you're 20. Like, I'm sorry. I have Bombas. They're the nicest socks ever. I don't get paid to say that, but they are really nice, but not for a 13-year-old. Anyway, that's a side story. So we're going to put that somewhere else. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do some of this Daybook work, and then I'll be back to, we have lots of other stuff to do, but we're going to start quick with this. It probably, I don't know, probably take me about just 10 minutes, and then we have some things to mail out, so we'll be doing that here in a bit too. Okay, so now that I got my Daybook stuff, I just always feel like, okay, I can move on with my day. I have the most important thing done. Well, one of the most important things done. And honestly, like that's a habit I started a long time ago, just like making sure, kind of looking at how many bookings I have. There's going to be some booking today. I have some like booking messages to get back to, but being that it's not even 9 a.m., it's a little bit early to start replying to people. So I like to save that later. But sometimes we just, I don't know. I do think one of my secret sauce things is staying on top of my Daybook and just, yeah, making sure that I always have, that I always have things kind of reconciled there. So yeah. The next thing that I need to work on is I have to, so look into the Daybook. The second thing I always think about is what needs to get out today. Okay, so my mail person comes, I don't know, like 11 o'clock usually, sometimes 10, sometimes 3 o'clock, but I like to have anything that needs to get mailed out by, like in my mailbox by 10 a.m. Otherwise I have to drive into town, which isn't that far. Okay, I'm being so dramatic. It's not that far, but it's just like another thing I have to do in my day is drive the mail in or my packages. So today I have, it's somewhere on my desk, I have an order to get out. It's actually an order that was during my sale, and I don't know, you guys, like, I don't know how good you are at this, but like I'm normally really on top of things. And most of my customers ordered online, but this one customer couldn't figure it out and like texted me the order. Well, in my mind, I CDS'd it to her. I did not. And so, whoops. So I have to get her order out today. She's super great about it. I'm going to include a gift in her order just for her having to wait. So I have to get that out. I also have a sample pack for that December 10th beauty sesh to get out. And I just mail them in a little 5x7 envelope. I have a whole video on that. So I just always like to mention that. So if you have questions about it, you know. Yeah, so let's get some stuff mailed out. Okay, so I got the samples out. So now I have to get this order out. So I need a 4-in-1 cleanser, retinol 0.3, and a latte contour. I already sent her the day cream because it was a whole situation. I sent half of the order, but not the other half. So yeah, let's go fill this order, and we might even have a visit from Office Cat because she loves helping me with orders. Okay, so now that I'm done being distracted, apparently, but here's the deal, you guys, like this ridiculous fit that I'm wearing today, combined with just doing the things in my home, like this is why I work hard to work from home and to have total freedom, because if I want to look like this, or if I want to zhuzh my living room in the middle of the morning, like I can just go and do that. I don't have to ask permission for that. So, I mean, this is literally how my day goes. Like I just am kind of fluid and doing different things, but I do have priorities. So you're going to come with me to get this order filled. Okay, so I'm walking to my mailbox, got my packages. So fun fact, I always say a little tiny prayer that none of my neighbors are all walking their dog right now. It looks like I'm in the clear. I live, I don't know, kind of in a, like, it's a dead end road, which is pretty sweet. One of the things that I did when we moved here 11 years ago, we actually built our house. I went to Lowe's and I found the biggest mailbox that money can buy because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's windy and like really cold. Sorry about the wind. The biggest mailbox that money can buy so that I can put all my Mary Kay packages in there and not have to worry about constantly running into town to mail packages. My gosh, all the animals are out today. We've got the crows, we've got, or whatever they are, we got the dog across the street. So yeah, let's get these in the mailbox. Okay, so now that I have the packages out, I have my date book looked at for the morning. I'm just kind of looking on my desk. So some of the other things that I have to get done is I have to deal with this. So if you've been watching my party vlog, this is my party tracking system. So it has like how many faces, how many bookings, and how much in sales. But inside, I keep all of the profile card sales tickets, stuff like that. So I definitely have to go through these. I do have my son enter profile cards for me, but I had to enter a couple of them to do a couple CVS orders for things I didn't have for the party. So I just have to look and see which ones I have already entered. And then, yeah, so I'm going to be doing that today. The other thing I have to do before I do anything like that, because here's the deal, you guys, like we can do stuff like this. I mean, it has to get done. Let's be real. This has to be dealt with. But sometimes we deal with that and then we think, oh my gosh, I'm working so hard. I'm so busy. You're busy, but you're not getting the stuff done. So before that, I know some like booking messages came in, and now that it's like 9:45, it's more of a reasonable time frame to be responding to them. So I'm going to go ahead, respond to these booking messages. Some of them even gave me a time, and then I'm going to get those in my date book, get the confirmation emails out, and then we're going to do something, well, the other thing I have today is I have a coaching call this afternoon with a consultant, but I also have one of the things I try to do, I'm a big believer in leaders or learners. I know people say leaders or readers. I think learners is a better term because when I read, I like to read for fun, but I do love to take a lot of classes, even outside of Mary Kay, just to learn from different people. So today I'm taking a really good class. It's actually the second day of it, and I haven't done my homework yet for it. So I need to kind of work on the homework from that. So I have a whole bunch of stuff to kind of hash out here. So I'm going to start working on that. And then, yeah, I'll come back later with my little project that we're going to be doing today. Because once a week, I try to pick one thing. This is just my little kind of system, but I pick one thing that I do not want to do. Okay. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to tell you what the one thing is, but when you see it, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like I totally get why you don't want to deal with that. So we're going to deal with it today. And when I cross it off my list, I'm going to do a little happy dance because it is going to feel so good to get it done because I've been putting it off for way too long. So it's getting done today. Do you see how it's just an affirmation? I'm psyching myself up to get it done. So, yeah, let's get some bookings. Yay. Okay. So I just got a booking. That's what that stupid dance was about. So it was in my messages last night. I saw her text me back and say, hey, yeah, 7:00 on January 9th would work. But I kind of ignore stuff like that after a certain time at night. And so I just had to like go back into my text. So not all bookings happen that quick, but I knew it was kind of sitting in my inbox, so to speak. One of the systems that I have in my Daybook is when someone books, I already wrote her name, and I'm actually double booked already this is my second booking that night, but the other one I'm not so sure about. But I write them in my Daybook, and then I highlight them in yellow because that's just my color for parties is yellow. So I'm going to highlight her. I'm going to highlight the other booking. Excuse me. I did get some bookings from bookings. I normally don't like booking out this far, so it's November 18th, and she booked for January 9th, but that's how it's going to be right now. And then I did just email her the confirmation email, and so when I do that, then I put a check mark next to her name. And then when she confirms back, so in my confirmation email, I'm going to see if I can link this in the description of this video. You guys always check the descriptions of my videos for stuff, because a lot of times I'll get messages, can you send me something, fill in the blank? And it's always either on my website. Actually, I know this is on my website and in the description of my video, but I'll link it there for you. But yeah, so once she confirms back by filling out my Google form, I put a C through the check mark. So then, like this morning when I was looking through my Daybook to see, okay, who hasn't confirmed back, and I had a couple, then after a couple days, I'll make sure to either email or text that person and be like, hey, don't forget to confirm back with basic details for the appointment. That's how I word it, basic details for the appointment, because the hostess has a different form than her friends. Like, it does ask her skin type and some pre-profile questions, but also like, what's the address of the appointment? And the reason I like having that in a Google form versus me just like texting or emailing it is because it's in a spreadsheet. So when I'm out driving around doing parties, I can just like open that spreadsheet and see where her address is. So Sarah is booked for Friday, January 9th at 7. Yay. I sent her the confirmation, put a check mark. So now I just wait for her to confirm back. And I've got more people to follow up with. Okay, so I just want to give you an idea. I just responded to a few people here. Let me move this over to this monitor. You gotta have I am married to an IT person, so we have like monitors everywhere. But okay, so I had a girl who wrote me back and said she's a bride. I did a bridal fair recently. She said, good morning, Emily. Things have definitely been busy. Just to understand better, is this going to be facials that are done or just talking about the products? I always like to be really clear with people about what it is that I do, because sometimes when we say facial, people think like they're going to a spa. So this is what I wrote back. I said, hi, no worries at all. Think of it like live skincare and makeup lessons. So yes, each person gets products specific to their skin type and foundation color, and I teach you all about it. There are products used. Everyone gets to do everything, and you'll have really soft skin that day and some great makeup tips, not just for wedding, but for all time. Let me know if that sounds like something you'd benefit from. Thanks. I'm a big believer in just like, hey, if you want to book with me, book with me. If you don't, that's fine. Let me know if it's something you'd benefit from. I don't want to book with people who are just doing it out of obligation. That just sounds gross to me. So anyway, that's how I do it. I had another girl, let's see, what's this other message here? And I do it all on my computer. I use Project Broadcast, which is like a texting service. I can put a link in the description here. I'm a huge believer in it. Okay, I do have quite a few of my consultants have it too. If you have 50 or more customers and or you're wanting more with your business and you want to book more, you have to have the ability to put people into tags or groups and like be able to send texts out, whatnot. I know Mary Kay has one called Scipio that's like tied to In Touch. I had Scipio for a while. I prefer Project Broadcast. To each their own, whatever. The point is just have something where you can kind of separate that. And then I had another girl who messaged me kind of like that last one at night. Her name's Jenna. She wrote me back last night and said, well, actually, no, it was at 6:41 in the morning. She said, would you have availability Monday the 24th after or at 3:45? Oh, and I read that wrong. Oh my gosh, I thought she meant after. I'm going to text her back. I can also do, I realized I didn't read your message right. Oh, it's proof that no one reads anything. Okay, so she wrote, yeah, so like today is, what is today? And she means November. So today is the 18th. So she wants to book in less than a week, which is really cool. So, and that's a date that I would really like to fill. So I'm going to fill it. So I wrote her back. I just said I can do anytime after 3:45. If you'd like early afternoon, we can do 4:30. I thought she meant after 3:45. So anyway, we'll figure it out. It's all good. So she is on my radar. So that will be, I'm pretty confident I'll firm that up as a booking. So that would be 2 bookings today firmed up, and then waiting on that other gal that I messaged. And then I did get a message from my booking on Saturday the 6th. She has 10 people coming. Is there anything else I need for that appointment? So I emailed, that was an email. I emailed her back. Yeah, and I do have some referrals and stuff that I can book. So yeah. Anyway, it's a good day so far. So again, it's not even 10 o'clock in the morning, and I have 2 new bookings and, you know, some messages out there. And you guys, this is my secret sauce right here. I'm giving it all to you. Here it all is. Here is all the secrets. Because I do this every day, like a little bit of this stuff every day, I always have bookings coming in because I'm always doing a little bit of stuff every single day. So I think that should make you excited, because I never feel like, I have to book today. It's like, oh, I just have to respond to people, because I'm always sending out messages and then responding. And, you know, when you're doing a little bit of it every day, you're winning a little bit every day, because there's always a little bit of bookings coming in every single day. So, it just feels good. It's like, it's a flow. And so part of, like, if you're a new consultant, part of the, honestly, I think it's not even hard, but like finding your flow, like what works for you. But I do think there's some magic in touching your business just a little bit every day. So even if you're working full time, let's see, I responded to all of my bookings. Well, I got 2 bookings. I responded to like confirmation messages, kind of cleaning up some stuff. And I've only been, I think I started this vlog at 8:45. It's like almost 10 o'clock. So it's only been like an hour and 10 minutes. And I also mailed stuff and apparently cleaned my living room and my kitchen. So if you take that out of the equation, you know, it's not a ton of time to get this stuff going. So again, I have that class at 11. So I have an hour to bust some stuff out. So this is when I think, okay, Em, you've got an hour. Who do I need to talk to? I'm actually going to call my Offspring sales director, Anna, and have a chat with her, because we haven't talked in a little bit and I miss her. So I'm going to give her a call, and then, yeah, I'll come back. All right, guys, so I had a great conversation with Anna, and now I have a little class that I'm going to be taking here. It's like, I think it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 11 to 12. So, and it's great. It's this, it's about just making a shift in how you work with people, and changing the way you lead. It's just really good. So I'm excited about it. I'm enjoying what I'm learning so far. So I will do that. And yeah, I'm going to grab a quick snack though, because I am hungry. Okay, y'all, yes, I am still wearing my blanket. I wear it all day because it's cold in here. And it's office day, which is fun. So here's a scoop. It is, let's see what time it is. It is, okay, it's 12:20 right now. So I've been working since like 8:45, so it's 12:20. Just got done with that class. It was incredible. My mind is like super racing about it. So it is that time of day. I've got my bookings. I talked with my Offspring. I took care of some little paperworky things. Talked with a new consultant actually right after the class I was taking. So it's that time of the day where, you know, I can keep going on my to-do list, which, let's be honest, is never done. Just because when you own a business, I don't care what it is, it could be anything, you're never really done, and you just have to get to a point where you're okay with that and you prioritize the things that are most important, and then you put some things off that aren't super important, and you eventually get to everything. It's just, Rome wasn't built in a day, okay? So that's my philosophy. So, oh my gosh, my Voxer is blowing up. I'm gonna go take care of that, and I'll be right back because I want to finish this. Okay, I'm back. I can't think when that thing's going bleep, 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 so I had to turn it off on my computer. So the thing that I told myself I was going to tackle today, I'm going to get it done, okay? And it's this right here. Do you see all this? I mean, there's just like bazillions of things to do. So this right here, this is my little bin. So I have receipts here. So all my receipts, like here's a gas receipt falling out of the bottom. I have a receipt scanner right here. So I scan them, and then I have a software that kind of reads the receipts, and then I just kind of like input and make sure the scanner, sometimes it doesn't read the information off the receipt correctly and put it in the right category, so I just quickly go through and make sure. So I have that here, and then these are all like this. Actually, I can probably come in either, or this is a good problem to have. These are all my sales tickets, and from recently. Oh my gosh, there's like a ton of them in here. Hold on, what the heck? Okay, so these all have to get scanned because I like to scan things and then throw these away because the IRS accepts scans, so that I have, records for tax time and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna get those scanned in. I'm gonna get this scanned in, and then after that, I think I'm gonna kind of have the afternoon off, the late afternoon, because I did work a lot this weekend. So I do try to balance, like if I work on the weekend, I try to take like some afternoons off. I have some stuff I want to do around the house, but yeah, I'm going to be doing some things, just normal human being stuff this afternoon. And that's why I love this so much. I love that my day is really fluid like that, and I'm not rigid, and that's just how my personality needs to be, and I absolutely love that. But my personality is also very disciplined so that I can maintain that kind of freedom and flexibility and just like that life, right? So that's why I like to get things done. I work best in the morning too, so that's why I love to get most of my stuff done by, like, important work done by about 1 o'clock, because come like 2, 3, 4 o'clock, I'm like, I'm dragging a little bit. And so that's why I like to do it that way. So let's get these receipts scanned in and get this done, and I'm gonna do my happy dance. Wow! Okay guys, so I wanted to explain what I was doing in that last little segment. So when I scan my sales tickets, I always rip, so you'll see in the garbage here, these are all the back copies because I don't need that. I'm just going to save the top copy, and I scan them all. So I have a digital record, but then I keep one whole year's worth. Well, this isn't 1 year, this is a few months, like probably since, I'm trying to think of the last time I did this, maybe, I don't know, beginning of October, I think it was. So, yeah, so we put them all in. This receipt scanner, I don't know if I can do this many at once. Should we try it? We're going to try it. We're going to see if this ends poorly for me. But when you have a digital copy, I'll keep them through this tax year and add them all up just to double verify. But you don't have to save, you know how you're supposed to save like so many years worth of stuff? If you have a digital record, the IRS also takes that. So let's see if this works. Yeah, it's not going to let me do that many at once. Shoot. All right, well, you know what? There we go. So yeah, it'll just scan all these, and then I'll have that record, which is awesome. It also is kind of nice when I have to look them up, like if, you know, I forgot to record one of their products or something, I can always kind of look it up in here too. But I bought this receipt scanner probably 16, 17 years ago. I don't even know that it still exists. This company still exists. It's called Neat. N-E-A-T, but it's the most genius thing ever. I'm sure there's other tech now that reads receipts and you can just use your phone to take a picture of it, but I don't know, I'm just gonna keep this thing till she dies and see what we have to do here. And you can see my little office helper is very fascinated by the receipt scanner. Hey guys, okay, so here's a scoop. I got that done. You get to do the happy dance. I love it when I get something done that I'm like, it's been on my mind. So I got those receipts scanned in. I haven't gone through them all yet, but if I'm on a Zoom or something that's not super interesting, I might work on it then, or, you know, while I'm watching TV, I can, you know, kind of go through those receipts and make sure they're all good. I forgot, okay, so it's 1 o'clock now. I forgot that I have a Zoom with corporate at 3:30 because your girl here is going to be on a panel at Leadership Conference giving you ideas about how to run with the new e-commerce platform and the new tiered discount structure at Leadership Conference. So if you're going to be at Leadership Conference in, I almost said Fort Worth, that's seminar. I don't even know where I'm going. Isn't that hopeful? In Nashville. I will be on stage on the last day. So if you see me at Leadership Conference, come give me a shout. And the Darren Schutte will also be there. It's the first time in 21 years I've invited him to leadership. I know that's a horrible thing to say, but he comes to seminar every year. I think he's been a seminar, not every year. We had babies in there, but I think he's been there like 14 or 15 years. But leadership was always my girlfriend time. And my national, Supanko, and my senior national, Lisa Madsen, are retiring this year, so he is friends with, you know, some of the guys and whatnot, and he wants to see all that because he's, you know, has a relationship with them too. So yeah, so I better like get some makeup on because we're not hopping on a corporate Zoom in this super cute fit. I know you've enjoyed watching it the whole day, but there is a time in every woman's day when she has to get it together, and it is 1:11 p.m., so it's time. Let's go put some makeup on. Wow! Okay, so I'm ending my day by picking up my son from school. He's in the back. He does not like to be on camera. I made him be a camera though, so hold on. He's gonna come out and pop his head out. But I finished my corporate Zoom, had an amazing time planning the leadership segment, and then we are just headed home from school. And of course, my poor child has to be in the back with all my Mary Kay stuff. But overall, I love having the flexibility to be able to just pick him up at 3:15 in the afternoon. So it has been an incredible day, and got to wave to all the neighbors too, which is always fun. I'm telling you, my street is full of people walking and doing things, and so I always like to represent Mary Kay in the best way possible by waving to everybody. So I hope you've enjoyed spending this day with me. I am going to relax this afternoon and just, I don't know, veg and watch a little bit of TV, which is always kind of nice just to end my day that way.